Is it walking? Yes. Okay. So, welcome everyone to the fifth round of FWL, from the Wild Racing League around Britain for an 80-minute long qualifying session, which will start basically right now. A sprint race of 9 laps and a 50% race of 26 laps. We have 14 drivers right now. Don't know if we'll have more. We'll see if anyone else is going to join later on during the session. And also, I have no idea whether I can actually invite drivers, since my friends list did get got fixed on Friday. Now it's stuck again, so yeah, that's basically how EA works, I guess. But yeah, I guess tier 3 then starts now with qualifying. Then we'll head to tier 2 at 8 PM later today. And while we wait for some drivers to set their lap times, let's go through the sponsors. As always. So we have David Racing providing a £5 Amazon gift card to the winners of tier 2 and tier 3. That's provided by David Does Vids, who was a racer, now he's a team principal of Ferrari. F1WL, because the community side of F1 of the league, owned by the same owner of Formula 1 Racing League, that is Shadow. Grip Finder, which supports over 40,000 sim racers, helping them find leagues, commentators as well if they need. And they will be providing an Automobilist F1 print to the winners of all 3 Ts. Superfan Racing, which creates merchandise and collectibles, and they will be providing a 2023 F1 season calendar to the winners of tier 1 and tier 2. High caliber apparel offered by our fellow racer right here, High Caliber, providing a custom champions poster to the winners of tier 1 and tier 2. Next Level Racing, which will be providing an FGT cockpit to the winner of tier 1 and tier 2. A giveaway to the drivers who complete a list, 75% of the races across the season, for basically an FGT Light cockpit. Pit stop prizes, they will be providing a £10 voucher to the P2 of all Ts, and they basically offer motorsport prizes. They are a competition website. Then we have Lagara Motorsports, as they will be providing a t-shirt. So obviously they make clothes. A t-shirt of choice to the winners of all 3 Ts. Formula Rings create rings with unique materials and designs, and they will be providing P3 of all Ts with a 50% voucher. Racetracks Art basically creates layouts of racetracks from all around the world in wood, carbon or neon LED, and they will be providing a custom trophy to the winners of all 3 Ts. RCS GFX is our graphics designer for Season 8. 60 Iconic provides canvas art, and they will be providing a canvas exactly to the winner of tier 1 this season. Reaction Time F1 Poker is hosted by Big Homie, as he will be providing a $25 Xbox gift card to the winner of tier 1. Mopush USA are title sponsor this season, as they provide gloves for karting and sim racing, and they will be providing a pair of gloves for the winner of each T, a 60% off code for the P2 and P3 of each T, and a 50% server-wide discount code. And finally, Formula Prints is a company which that produces a wide range of products such as phone cases, posters, and so on, and they will be providing the winner of tier 1 and tier 2 with an F1 phone case of their choice. And that's all sponsors for today's Grand Prix. As we have Matt Copper joining the commentary box, so let me invite them. And we'll go to actual qualifying in a bit. Let me invite our second commentator for today, Matt Copper, to the party. So, I guess that's all sponsors done. In today's qualifying session, as you can see, we already have Siberia empty on a provisional pole position time of 1:32.655, and as I say that Zakiman gets a pole position onto his ends, 1:30.703. Hello, Matt Copper. So make sure to include your audio and also try to higher up your microphone volume if you can.
Do that.
Yeah, I have you on maximum volume, so yeah.
It's alright.
Hopefully it's fine on the stream. So, wow, quite a lot of drivers setting their lap times right now. Brandon, for example, on a provisional pole position, sets a time of a 1:29.311, followed by Monkey D. Bran, who was in pole previously, 1:30.467. Of course, still many drivers not setting, I mean, yet to set their flying laps. Next one in order will be Real Pixel, who's currently in sector 3. Is being followed by Mikkel, if I ain't wrong. I think that's Mikkel. Zakiman improves their lap time to a 1:28.447. As Real Pixel comes around the final corner to set a 1:29.745. Mikkel up next sets a 1:28.416. They're not that far away from Zakiman, just a few hundreds off. Actually, just a few hundreds away. Zakiman is just a few hundreds off. My bad then. Action Sirocco 1:30.561 in sixth. Patted. Also, Den Super gets a 5 place grip penalty for colliding with Esni Nokri. Wonder what happened there. Well, apart from context, Patted 1:31.718, Siberia pits. No one else on a lap right now. I mean, no one else setting a lap right now. Apart from Messina Crane. Supercars is just enough flight now. Zestina Cree abort. So now back to the start of this qualifying. There's also a sprint with them. Supercars. Yeah, he's pitting. Donkey Kong is on a flight lap. Spins. Yeah, there's kind of echo right now. That's what they're saying in the chat. Liking the spins today. Spins once again. Is there anyone else on our flight lap? Yes, there is. That's Den Super then. And as he loses it as well, but gets passed by Max Weinhardt. Guess what opened? For the Rebel driver. Den Super goes completely off the line. What is he doing? As he crashes himself out. Nice to see. As Max then proceeds to set a bubble sector 1. goes for cops now. It's really important not to invalidate here. Let's show off AlphaTauri. Yes, we will in a moment once they come out on a flight now. Bubble sector 2 for Max, then he proceeds to go on to sector 3. Spossman joins the session, so 16 drivers in so far in this lobby. So Max then, last couple of corners, crosses the line to sector 128.176, goes basically fastest overall in this qualifying session. He will start for now the sprint race in first place. Brendan still looks to be in the pits there. Monkey de Bran looks to be starting a new lineup. So we'll have David, Donkey Kong, High Caliber and Supercars without a lap, then Super crashing himself out, so yeah. Hello there, whoever is joining the stream now. David probably disconnected. I cannot invite, just saying, so you have to just message me on Xbox if you're on Xbox to receive an invite. Cannot do much about it because my friends list is stacked basically. Anyway, Monkey Bran in sector 1 he goes 2/10 faster in sector 1 his previous lap time. He goes for cops now. Nice entry, nice accident too. Quite a famous corner for, especially for 2021, if you remember. Beckers then proceeds to start his, I would say, final time in sector 3. He's at the bottom of sector 2. The last couple of corners then. Right now he's in 6th with a 130.467. Can he improve that lap time? Let's see. Just through the last couple of corners then. About to cross the line as he does so now. Sets a 129.903. He improves his lap time. Stays P6 though. And that's about it. Brendan then proceeds to start the first, no, actually not first, but second, third flying lap of this qualifying session as there's 5 minutes and a half remaining. Yeah, Matt is just fixing some issues right now. Yeah, he's in the party. Hello Kirk and Milakis anyway. Brandon doesn't really improve in sector 1. He proceeds to go on to sector 2 now. Not that much of traffic either. More, I mean, there's quite a lot of traffic in sector 3 right now as people start the flight laps, especially the drivers who haven't set one yet. That's High Caliber and Donkey Kong, David and Supercar still in the pits. Michael meanwhile goes fastest once again with a 128.078. As Brandon could actually steal that pole position, so he sets up over sector 2. Currently in 4th. He just needs to get, let's say 1 second and 3/10. Last corner then goes, still stays 4th, but improves the lap times up to a 128.614, so gets below a 129, but still P4 for the AlphaTauri driver. High Caliber invalidates, so he will have to set a new one. Donkey Kong starts his first line lap, I would say, proper line lap. He has to make sure to set a lap in to get a nice place to start the sprint race in. It was scenario possible. Could be that should start basically last in the sprint race. That would be then super right now, because then you have to recover quite well for the main race. Matt, who did? Yeah. Looks the echo
Even
looks
like the
to be
game,
fixed.
my mic was being a pain.
Okay.
I've had to switch to my old one.
So who do you think we'll see on pole today?
I haven't really seen a lot of what's been going on, but
Yeah.
I guess probably Zakiman. He's a really good pace throughout the season and really consistent.
Speaking about him, he's just as well as Monkey now. Monkey retired in pits. Zakiman looks to have crashed outside of turn 2. You can see that though. As Longa now completes his lap time, sets a 1:30.412 as his first lap time of the session. Goes into 9th place. Mike Caliber finally setting a proper lap, hopefully, for him. The eyes were opened as the Aston Martin of Patid moves out of the racing line there to let him pass. Sector 3 for the Alfa Romeo, as there's not that much time remaining anymore. 1 minute 50 seconds remaining. So drivers will really have to leave the pits now if they want to have a chance at getting a nice place. Hal Caliber almost loses it.
Spun. Donga Kong has spun out of turn 3.
Yeah. And has been disqualified.
Qualified.
Parking in a dangerous location. Okay then. Caliber was almost losing it at the last corner and set a 1:30.021, which he could improve, I think. He's
invalidated on the exit of turn 3.
Yeah. Mikkel currently on pole anyway, as Brendan, is that Brendan? No, that's Esdina Creek coming into 5th place now. 1:29.085 for the Mercedes driver. As Real Pixel starts, I thought he spun. I saw him spinning, but apparently not. Maybe it was just a lag spike. Real Pixel start the last lap, I would say, in this session. And yeah, I think he will be the last driver, the first driver to complete the flying lap. Actually, quite surprising. We have 6 drivers in the pits.
More than likely it's because of the sprint weekend. You have to save tyres for that quality. If they've already used 2 sets, they can't afford to use the 3rd set and not have them later on.
Oh, that makes sense, I guess. Real Pixel then through Max and Mech as he goes. The session is now over. Oh, almost loses it. That's what opened. He's about to complete the lap. Currently 7th, so not a bad place, but he may look at him. Proving that. Pixel then. As corner he goes. He almost loses it once again. And loses 3 tenths. 4 tenths. Did you see that? Davey done a lap as well.
No. Max coming through Magus and Beckett's now. We'll see what his sector 2 split is like any second. We're actually up. Might possibly be able to challenge Zakiman or maybe even Mick here. Through Stowe now.
Davey doesn't really set a good time, 1:35.682. Axion goes 6th fastest. Let's look at Max.
Lost on the cross line,
Max takes
goes
pole.
fastest. And I believe he went into the 27s there, only person to do so in this session.
Let's see. Just 85,000. That's at 127. Then the only driver managed to go below 128. 127.993 for the Red Bull driver there. As Axion went 6th fastest with a 129.419. So I guess that's quite good for them. Dan Super also has a 5-place grid penalty, so they will be starting behind Donkey Kong in last. Yes, that sums up the qualifying session and also gives us the starting grid for today's sprint race. Obviously, that's only the sprint race. We're gonna see what happens then in the 50% race. Make sure to share your predictions in the chat if you have any to make for the sprint race and also for the 50% race.
Oh, idiot. I've joined rather than spectated.
Oh. Wait, for real? Oh yeah, I see.
Yeah. That's not supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Oops.
So then formation lap starts now. As Smack Couple will also give us a nice overview of the racing. Anyway, start the session with Max leading, Mikkel in second, Zakiman in third, Brandon in fourth, Asina Cream fifth, Axion in sixth, Real Pixel in seventh, Monkey in eighth, High Caliber in ninth, Patted in 10th, Siberia in 11th, David in 12th, Postman in 13th, Supercars in 14th, Dan Super in 15th, Donkey Kong in 16th, and Matt Copper then. Obviously, he's not racing.
I'm
He's
not going to race.
yeah.
I'm just going to retire in pits end of lap 1. That's a mistake. I should probably get penalised for that.
You could commentate your own racing, though.
I mean, I'm going to get a nice view of the chaos at turn 1, so...
Yeah.
I could set fastest lap in the pit lane. Oh, I'm going to have to do the same in the sprint, aren't I? Really screwed this one up.
Well, it will also happen for the main race, by the way.
Yeah, I know, so I'll have to retire in sprint and the main. It's a pain, but oh well. You get for being an idiot.
But then the grid starts to form up. Then, as Mikkel didn't really get that nice parking lot there. Zakiman then Brandon, Asinacree, Axion, Real Pixel, Monkey, High Caliber, Padded, Siberia, David, Postman, Supercars, Dance, Super, Donkey Kong, who spins actually. Donkey Kong is still in Sector 3. I wonder what happens to the hat of Donkey Kong. They basically spun on Maggots and Mecha, so we're just waiting for them. So they're taking the time, I say. As Duncan can now thumbs up, we should be starting now. There are no connection issues.
Mick struggling to load, so could be a disconnect possibly.
As I have quite a bad feeling about this.
I'm pretty sure Mick's disconnected. Yeah, he has.
Oh, there we go. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 relights then. As it's like 7, away we go. Mikkel Zayai gets a wonderful start off the line. As the also gets a wonderful start. The Red Bull and Max Vaynacht right now not having the best of starts as Zakiman loses it off the start. There's a massive collision already. Turn 1 involving
About 6 cars
Real
backwards.
Pixel and Zakiman, and also quite a few other drivers. Donkey Kong and Patted also getting involved in that as well. As we go back to the top, high caliber spins. Looks like, other than that, it looks to be normal. As Monkey also spins the high caliber teammate there. As we have more contacts at the back. What is going on in this race already? In this only the sprint race. Wonder what will happen in the main race then. David apparently, no, actually. Yeah, David collided with Supercars. I saw Ferrari colliding with an Alpine. But as we head for the Donkey Kong looks to be just kind of cutting now as he retires from the session. Not really a good start to the sprint race, not gonna lie, for the Haas there. But Mikkel then leads the pack from Brandon and Max Vaynacht. As in a Creed probably lost something out of that start because he was second, now he's in 4th place. Dan Super then in 5th, Siberia, Supercars, David, Monkey D. Bran going side by side with David, Real Pixel, Axion, High Caliber, Zakiman, Patted, Musselman, and Donkey Kong who retired.
Right, that's sorted now.
Alright, good enough. Apparently put Aston Creed down in... Okay, never mind, it got fixed now. Quite a chaotic start, but looks to be fine now as David spins once again. Gets dropped to 13th place now. Up to the front of the pack we go then. So more yellow flags because Macop they are leaving the pits then. And Supercars looking really close. There are quite a few drivers who disconnected actually. As Aston Creed looks to be having
spun there.
Yeah,
Monkeys
Monkey.
had a spin out of Cop.
As in a Crete, what I was about to say has damage, apparently.
Siberia anti-spun coming through
With 3
Beckett.
second time penalties well gained. As we now have the first series of fastest laps getting set. 1:30.844 is the current fastest lap time. As the leaderboard gets just glitched right now. Hope that won't cause any issues with the results for the database. That will be a pain to reset it. So, Siberia spins once again. At turn 1. Look at that, I'm quite surprised to be seeing lots of spins today in Silverstone. I think it makes sense though. It's Silverstone, but entire way is quite an issue though. Spatted spins as well. Not much happening right now apart from those spins. Only the fact that Max Vaynacht is quite close to Mikkel now. He's made quite a gap to Brandon. I don't know what's going on with Essina Crease gap either. Max looks to be 3/10 now behind the Mercedes ahead of him, and it's still lap not about to be 4 now, but lap 4 then. But it spins once again. So does Siberia. And Max sets a 1:30.823, improves his fastest lap time like he set previously.
Rear Pixel goes past Atted. I don't know, I've probably butchered saying that name, but goes past the Aston Martin. We did front back now. Can't do anything in turn 1.
Better he gets 3 seconds of track limits there.
Zakiman looking for a move on Real Pixel. To the outside, but too far back.
Williams
goes wide.
But yeah, Zakiman there going on the outside, looking for the switchback. But he's too far away.
He's going to get a better run down towards Cox.
I
Don't quite get that lap, though.
Quite a bad move here, Cox.
Yeah. Vaguely remember someone hitting the wall there.
Yeah. We have a spin. Oh no, my friend had it. That's Martin. Now gets left. That's what opened from Zakiman once again. See, moves to the inside now. Still side by side as they make contact and Zakiman spins. Zakiman spins, gets dropped almost out. Naturally. Yeah, almost out of the points though. Jackson is right there. He gets below P8 to score points. What is going on in the leaderboard? I thought he was P8.
Might be a bit too far back. Yeah, he is. Still got a lot of battery left charged though.
So, sorry for the confusion there. Zakiman is behind, not P8. But that's because the leaderboard is apparently glitching. So, Zakiman is indeed out of the points then for this sprint. For now. As Max looking to get a move down on the next straight. He opens the eyes now. Looks for a gap.
Why is he not using more of the batteries to try and get this? A bit of contact in the middle of the corner.
Make contact, almost like Zakiman spins earlier. Mikkel's still trying to hold on for this move. Max has a better exit though. Around the outside. Mikkel doesn't want to give up the place just yet though. They're still side by side through turn 1. Make a bit of contact there, but because that's relevant right now. So they move through turn 3 now. Turn 4 coming up next. Those two still side by side. That's quite a long battle right now. Max still has the IS on the Mercedes. As Mikkel goes a bit wide.
Deep.
Yeah. Now Max actually gets the provisional P1 right now. He's apparently got a message from Sir with Face who wants an invite. Supercars gets past Essina Cree. Supercars in AI, so wonder what happened there. There's something here. Probably Supercars, and actually Supercars, Essina Cree is 32 seconds behind Supercars. I don't know what's going on with his gap. But what we do know is that both Mikkel and High Caliber are close to Max Weinhacht and Real Pixel respectively, as High Caliber looks to be actually backs up from the moment, but he wasn't that far away to make a move on the Williams. Will Mikkel try and get that P1 back? Gets wide open then. The Mercedes driver. His lobby's quite glitched, not gonna lie, with the gaps and stuff.
Oh, someone's a spin. Dance has lost it. Going through turn 3.
That's not good for the McLaren driver. His Replixer gets 3 seconds of track limits.
Very close battle over 5th. High Caliber goes to the inside. ST Nockery almost collects the side of Real Pixel there. And Real Pixel's almost lost it, losing a lot of time, going very sideways. And Dance to the outside cops. And they do touch. And Real Pixel sent spinning round at cops.
That was just quite a bad memory.
And someone else is off. Nockery is off through Beckett, through Maggots.
Doesn't look like it to me.
He's just rejoined. He lost
okay,
about 2 places. He just ran wide and lost 2 places to the McLaren pair.
I got message to check the AI level apparently because they may be too fast.
I'll do it.
Okay.
It's set to 80, so no, it's how it's meant to be.
Yeah, I guess.
I think it's because Supercars is in AI, but he's in 4th, but that's mostly due to other crashes, and he will get disqualified for that.
Yeah. No, and sprint race is about to end there. Then Super disconnects. Mikkel's still quite close to Max though, could retake that P1 at some point. Right now it's Max winning for the moment. No more battles going on apart from Mikkel versus Max. And obviously Real Pixel quite close to Axiom, but they're not below at a second yet. As Brandon got 3 seconds of track limits. Only running third, 5 seconds behind Mikkel. We could try and make a move on the Red Bull quite soon.
As the Aston Martin gets disqualified.
As in the chat, reading the recent comment, battery check for Max apparently.
Last time I looked, yeah, he's got 100%. As Real Pixel looking for a move on Axion. Bit too far back into the final chicane.
But they could try and make a move with the IS.
As the other Ferrari, David, has spun. Turning back around now.
Real Pixel then, yes, wide open. They don't look that close to make a move on Axiom right now.
No, too far back now.
Let's see if Mikkel can do that. He's also too far back from Max Weinhardt. The Rebel looks likely right now to take the sprint race win. Mikkel goes, brakes really late there, but can't make much about it as Max crosses the line to take the sprint race win. That's only the sprint race win. Now we're gonna have 26 laps of racing around Silverstone once again, and that's
and Axion's lost it and taken out Real Pixel.
Oh,
enough of oversteer, and the two of them are off through the exit of Chapel.
Well, I couldn't see what happened there, but they were both off
Stance
indeed.
can't quite pit Knocker to the line. Now Monkey looking for points and has lost the rear. Oh no,
Well,
points is late, isn't it?
what we can say from this race is basically lots of spins.
Yeah.
They're asking, is the AI only 80? Apparently it is, because that's how it's set. It's set for tier 3. Yeah. As we have, Siberia then spins just like Monkey, gets dropped to P14 now. It's quite important to finish in a high place because you have another race to take part in. David then spins off the line. Siberia about to cross the line then, and we'll go straight into the 50% then.
Yep. There'll be a lobby restart, said. Show the results on the stream. Show the results on the stream to make it easier for whoever sets up the next one.
Results have indeed saved on the database, so I got the results on stream as well, but that shouldn't be a problem now. Yeah, we're doing a lobby restart then because this lobby is just quite ruined. So let's wait then.
I won't have to do that one this time.
I mean, it hasn't been announced that there is a lobby restart.
It has. Mick pinged everyone in. We're pinged tier 3 drivers.
Oh, okay. So we wait then for another invite to the new lobby. Obviously now tire wear and everything resets, so
Yeah, all that tyre saving and quality goes out the window.
yeah.
Right, I need to find out how to join the new lobby.
Yeah, I'm waiting an invite and then I'll invite you. Okay, invite has been given. For me, I'm gonna invite you in a second.
Right, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll be only
I will
a...
definitely press spectate this time.
Are you sure? You press the spectate.
Yes, 100%.
So we'll be only a 50% race this time. Obviously we're not redoing the sprint, but we'll be custom grid. So as we wait for the for us to start this 50% race, Mac Copper, can you give us some predictions for the sprint, for the, not for the sprint, for the 50% race?
I'll do 3 predictions. First one, Max to win it, because he just looks really fast. I reckon potentially Zaki will end up on the podium. I know he's starting slightly lower down, but he tends to be good over the race distance. And then Boulder, I guess.
I do think
I reckon we'll finish with more than 10 people, which is quite an achievement for Tier 3.
Yeah. Well, that's for sure. But I do think it will be quite close between Max, Mikkel, Zakiman. Of course, depends if there are crashes and stuff. But that's so because the top 3 of both qualifying in the sprint race, so both sort of a mix-up. Also, we may just be really close with tier 2, because right now it's
should have time.
51.
Yeah, I think we'll make it in time. once I actually have one of the best connections. That never happens. My Wi-Fi is usually rubbish.
So we're setting up
We're
the
setting up the
starting grid
starting grid.
as custom grid,
Should be.
and then we'll go
Then we'll
racing.
go racing.
Yeah, it's set to custom grid.
So starting
Max.
grid should see Max in first, Mikkel in second, Brandon in third,
Brandon in third.
Callum in fourth. Yeah, just checking. Check also the names if they're correct.
Correct.
Yeah, Callum in this case
Callum in
should
this
be
case.
Siberia. Fine, wrong. High Caliber in
High Caliber
fifth,
in
Zakiman in
fifth,
sixth,
Zakiman
Dan
in
Super in seventh, Asina Creed in eighth,
Reading.
and Real Pixel in
Real
ninth,
Pixel in 9th.
Axion in 10th, Monkey D.
in
Brand in
10th,
11th,
Monkey in 11th.
Passuman in 12th,
12th.
David Does
David
Vit
Does
in
Vit
13th, Siberia, actually he's
Siberia.
Siberia, then... Hold on, what is going on? Callum is
Callum is
Supercars then. Must be. So Siberia in 14th,
Siberia in
Donkey Kong in
Donkey
16th,
15th.
and
And
Patrick in 17th.
7th.
Yeah, for the database we have
Yeah, for the
the
database we
real
have
names set,
real
so I
names.
have to just to remember everyone's name.
Everyone's name.
But we're good.
Oh, we're good.
Okay, it looks like we're reading up now.
like we're reading up now.
Good. Let's get going.
Here we go then. So who's winning?
Who's winning?
Just Mr. asking, who's winning tier 2 tonight? I won't say me,
I won't say me.
but I
Uh,
would say,
a
looking at the performance, it could be quite close. Depends on
depends on
qualifying performance.
Oh.
I mean, on Friday I did have a
Friday,
leg race, sort of leg race in Silverstone, and I had quite a good performance.
quite a
But I wouldn't say.
I wouldn't say.
I mean, I will try.
I
but
will try.
I wouldn't say me. Putting it like that, we may have a Ferrari on the win. Who knows for what, but either pull or win.
Either pull or win.
So,
Oh,
here we go then.
we go then.
It's a bit of echo as
Bit of
well again.
echo.
I'll fix it. Yeah, hopefully that's sorted.
Yes, should be.
Yes,
Yeah.
should be. Yeah.
So here we go then.
Here we go then.
So only driver.
Only driver.
It's back.
It's back.
Oh.
Only driver who's in on hards is Zakiman. That's kind of interesting. I would have expected more drivers to be on hards. It looks to be fine now, the echo. I would have expected more drivers to be on hards, but apparently we'll have only Zakiman on hards, and the rest of the drivers on mediums. Looks like everyone's going to do the same strategy here. I don't know, but yeah, I guess that's basically how the starting grid and the starting tires look to be. So we have quite a lot. Most of the drivers just separated by each other as Dan Super spins under the formation lap. That's a good way to warm up your tires, but you don't want that happening to yourself in the race, as we saw in the sprint race. That was only the sprint. Now, if you make mistakes, it's over. But only a safety car could be like the miracle here. Here we go then. Back to the starting grid. The other drivers follow. Next then, lining up in first, followed by Mikkel, Brandon, High Caliber, Zakiman, Dan Super, Asinacree, Real Pixel, Axion, Monkey, Postman, Siberia, David, Donkey Kong, Petted, and Lewis, who joins us, hasn't taken part in the sprint of qualifying, but he's here. As we're waiting once again for Donkey Kong to finish the formation lap.
He is on the grid.
Yep. As he also got quite a bad braking slot there. Okay. It's fine now, the connection stuff. Viral lights then. And it's lights out for one final time in Silverstone through tier 3 as Max Reinhardt gets a great start. Tries to close Mikkel off on the inside, but Mikkel takes P1 for the moment and holds it as Brandon has to take evasive action there at turn 2 as they come off to turn 3. We still had quite a bit some collisions there at the back involving Real Pixel and Donkey Kong as Action almost loses it there through turn 4. Apart from that, Dan Super also spins and crashes out. That's the first crash of this race then. That's Dan Super retires once again, just like
in a sprint race.
And Matt patted down,
loses it.
In sector 2. As Ackman looks to be holding up Lewis for the moment, being at Cops. Everyone's really close. Zakiman is on hard as Lewis spins behind him at Cops. Probably lots of traction there from the AlphaTauri driver. And obviously the tyres won't like that. And we'll get quite more Stevie gets past that Stevie the past Siberia. Zakiman on hard, doing quite good right now. Still managing to keep up with the drivers ahead. Obviously the hard will become faster at some point in the race, but right now they should not be that faster compared to the mediums, even though the mediums here are not that faster either. So
the LP's in Siberia and losing 2 places from that, I believe.
And High Caliber does the same at turn 1. Well, Mikkel set the provisional fastest lap of the race. Obviously that is set to be beaten, perhaps. Zaxin lets High Caliber pass and Pettit pits and gets 5 seconds of spinning in the pit lane. Max is really close to Mikkel right now. Could be looking to make a move anytime soon now. Zakiman gets past Monkey as well, and so does Real Pixel on Axion, who's made contact with Siberia. Well, it's quite collision there between Axion and Siberia. Siberia found himself spinning from that. Batted pits for soft. Donkey Kong spins once again.
Very close to the back of Mick. Come down straight.
There's no DRS yet.
Mick really draining the battery to stay ahead.
As go on for the 3rd lap of this Grand Prix. Max sets the fastest lap of this race, 132.351. Obviously that's just the first few laps of this Grand Prix. Yes, enabled.
Max looked for a move into turn 3, couldn't make it stick, but he's got a much better run, I believe. And yeah, very close on the exit. Look with DRS down towards
to the inside. Mikkel really closing him there. As Max takes the place for the moment being, Mikkel could be looking to take advantage of a potential switchback. He doesn't, but he still has the eyes of him. His teammate really close. Look at them two fighting. I was worried
at the back,
because it's the same cars at Cops. It's a Red Bull and a Mercedes at Cops. It never goes well.
Who true that?
Yeah.
Now Notcree might be lining up his teammate Mick, possibly. Not going to go for anything in Stowe.
Caliber spins, and Lewis takes the moment to get past Axion the inside. He gets the bubble sector 2 as well, the AlphaTauri of Lewis. We have a spin once again from Donkey Kong, getting lapped now. Max improving his fastest lap time, as in looking to actually catching up to his teammate, looking to get past at some point. But for now, he'll stay behind, I would suppose. Not much happening right now, apart from Donkey Kong getting lapped even more by Lewis. It says in a preset, Bubble Sector 1 though. That was quite interesting. Bubble Sector 1, Bubble Sector 2 set by Lewis, but no one is managing to get that fastest lap, only Max for now. As we have a spin there from Siberia. Well, not the best of races for the Alpine. The Alpine for the Haas cars for the Aston Martin. As Siberia spins once again.
Now Lewis looking for move on Real Pixel.
Yes, I was about to say back to the front. And looks to stay back for the moment.
Too far away, unable to do it on the brake.
So Postman looks, I think, yeah, that's Postman spinning the Max and Max, so does Donkey Kong. The Ferrari there of David loses it, almost collects the Lewis in the timing. Didn't lose that many places at least. Not gonna lie though, we're seeing so many spins today. It's quite surprising to see.
Yeah. As Lewis gets a much better exit, he's side by side with Real Pixel now. Coming down towards turn 5 or 6. But David spun again.
As Mikael got past Asina Donkey Kong down once again. I think he gave up this by this time. 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. As he's now crashed, looks a bit crashed out, but he hasn't retired yet. What is he doing? Oh my god.
Oh dear.
We're about to get lapped twice now. You can see him in the...
And he's out.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Well, that ends
And
that
he
one.
brought out a safety car though. He did bring out a safety car doing that. Which will shape the race in a... which could help here lots of drivers who got unlucky, Postman, Batted, Siberia. But not so helpful for Max, who was looking to extend that gap. Now he will have that reset completely. Obviously Zakiman, that will help Zakiman as well with the Aziz on hard. So, yeah. So now we'll see if anyone is gonna pit. Get some weight sounds again.
Is that my problem? Or?
Let me check.
And
That should be fine. I was checking if there was like some audio cuts, like audio sort of vibrating. As Max Bits. Max Bits. I'm not gonna lie, that was quite surprised about that. Bits quite an early pit stop as well, because he may slightly make it to the end of the race on hard if he's gonna do a one stop. Zakiman also pits from hards to mediums. News comes in, Real Pixel comes in, High Caliber comes in. Yeah, but other than that, looks like everyone else is staying out. David also pit, as well as Postman. And Patted. Patted for softs, Postman for hards, David for hards, Real Pixel for hards, Lewis for hards, High Caliber for hards. Quite interesting because, yeah, the hards can last that long, but I was quite surprised on Friday to see that the hards got a puncture apparently after 16 laps. So we're gonna have to see how that. The leader basically got a puncture like lap 16, lap 17, and yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see if they can hold on. Whoever pit for hards, it's gonna be interesting to see. Obviously, Zakima now has quite a big role here because he's a fresh medium, so he could try and get as many places as he can in a few laps before others start to be pitting. Taxi now also goes into the pits for softs. Huh.
Oh.
Interesting strategies.
That's weird.
Could be doing softs to hards, but it's like more downside, more downs than ups. Doing that. We'll have to see though. There could still be anything can happen, as we always say in F1. As now he tries to take the place in Postman. I think the game let him do that. So I guess he's fine with that as Postman now loses it on the exit of turn 4. So I guess safety car may be going in next lap. Probably next lap. There's still the Alpine of Siberia left behind.
I think we're gonna have to wait another lap before the safety car comes in.
So probably will be lap 9 when the safety car comes in. And we'll see how those old minions will perform then for Asina Cree, Mikkel, Brandon and Monkey D. Brand.
I don't really understand why.
And in Siberia as well. I mean, it was quite of you can pit, but you also cannot, because it was quite early in the race, and in any case, you would have had to pit later on. Obviously, you don't know how many laps the safety car is going to last for, so it's always a gamble, really. Obviously, staying out has more benefits, but more negatives as in the long term. So we'll see who made the right call here. I guess we'll see that quite soon, as safety car is probably going in this lap, so we'll get back to racing quite soon. And Saskin and Crete will be the one responsible for restarting this Grand Prix. So then let me review the leaderboard quite quickly before we get to restart. Asino Cree, followed by Mikkel, Brandon, Monkey Brand, Max, Zakiman, Lewis, Real Pixel, High Caliber, David, Axion Sirocco, Postman, Siberia, and Patted. Only 2 DNFs we have right now are Donkey Kong and Dan Super. Donkey Kong retired on purpose, Dan Super had a lap 1 incident. Which he DNF with. But I think apart from that, we go back to racing right now as the safety car has been confirmed to be in this lap. So it's only a matter of a few corners before we get a green flag. Zestina Cree is about to start this race then. He takes speed now.
Go on.
It's really crucial not to make any mistakes now from any driver, really. As Max is already going for the overtake on Monkey Brand. He takes the 4th place then quite quickly. So does Zakiman. Monkey really struggling here with those 9-lap old mediums, and this could be the same for the rest of the pack after Spotsman spins at turn 1.
As Lewis and Monkey touch, it's almost just crash.
Yes,
Not
Monkey
really
didn't have the best
plummeted down the order.
there. Their tyres are really saying no here.
Now side by side with Real Pixel. Still going at it. Bit of
Oh, and they make
contact.
contact. Now High Caliber
Now
is trying
High
to...
Caliber on the attack.
David looking to change
What are you
the
doing?
parking
So
here.
David's come through.
We could be seeing a move back up. No, we won't, because High Caliber backs up. Look at Max. He's already close to the top 3. He's going on the inside. I think those mediums are not living for much longer, I guess. David spun once again at Magazine Action on High Caliber. Well, for the overtake, but has to stay back for the moment. Yeah, Pix also looking really close in the Alfa Romeo on Monkey the Brand. Monkey the Brand really had a big loss out of this restart. Max now should be looking to make a move, but sides against it for the moment. David spins again. No JS yet, obviously. So it's only down to EIS and how much you got it. How much you got. Oh, Monkey the Brand spun. Not the best of weekends for the Alfa Romeo here, but they got a car in the points for the moment. The time being. And Real Pixel takes P7. Another spin from Patted. Max meanwhile looking for the move on Mikkel through the next straight. He has to rely on EIS.
Mick deploying lots of his battery here.
As
Ooh,
they're so close to
very
each other.
close.
They're quite weird camera angles here. Max then takes the 2nd place, then goes so much off track there, but he takes place legally. Never mind,
But
he
gives
didn't
it back.
take it legally. He didn't take it legally.
I wonder if the game didn't punish him, but I wonder if he thought he might pick up a penalty for it, so it was better safe than sorry,
Yeah.
and gave it back. But
I
that's brought Brandon into DRS range.
Well, he does have
And
another
Zaki man
attempt.
behind him.
Mikkel now is not giving the place so easily again. They go side by side once again. So sector
Now
2,
Brandon might get involved
they
in
make a
this.
bit of contact. And Mikkel stays ahead for the moment. Brandon, meanwhile, defending from Zakiban really hard. Trying to keep Max safe from the incoming McLaren with fresh mediums. Because I want to remind you, it's fresh mediums against fresh hards. And obviously the mediums are fastest for the moment being. Brandon gets 3 seconds. You can see how much he's pushing. Real Pixel also gets 3 seconds now. The track limits. Patted spins once again.
Again, Max going for it. And he has got through this time. Down towards Stowe. Finally gets the move done on Mick. And will now probably pull away and
And
chase
Mikkel
down
now
Notbury.
comes into the pits. So does someone
Brandon.
else's pit. Yeah, Brandon.
Yeah, Brandon pits. As
Oh,
nobody else coming in.
and Brandon apparently
Brandon.
gets 5-second time penalty for colliding with Mikkel.
I wonder if he's missed his braking point, stuck behind the Mercedes, and hit him into the pit lane. And that's given him a penalty.
Both go for hard, so now we'll see who has the... obviously Mikkel and Brandon will have the fresher tyres now, but they'll have to catch up. And obviously Brandon won't be helped with that penalty as Postman now. He's really close and he's right in front of Brandon and behind Mikkel. Obviously he pit during
That's
the safety
not
car.
ideal for Brandon.
Yeah.
Brandon wanted to be chasing down Mick, not stuck behind another
Because he
car.
knows that others are gonna pit quite soon as well, so he's gonna move up by 4 places, or 5, depends if Axiom pits or not.
David's following me.
Lewis meanwhile looking to chase Zakiman down. And yes, and he actually almost does it, and he does. And Zakiman now loses it behind. Looks like the dirty air plays a massive factor here.
Yeah, dirty air is very horrible, as I found out yesterday.
Yeah.
Although I didn't actually bin it, so.
Messina Cree comes into the pit, so that's Mikkel's teammate. So he goes full hards as well. Now we'll see how much he'll lose compared to the rest of the grid. A bit late earlier. Monkey and Siberia
David's
also
still trying to turn around at turn 3. He has now gone a lap down to the leaders and he spins again.
maybe not having the best of races, you can tell. Messina Cree comes right in front of his teammate. By a few
Oh, and
seconds.
David spun again.
I wonder what he's thinking right now. Pettit also spun. Quite a train behind. I mean, that's just 2 cars behind Mikkelsen, not even a train.
And Axion, nope, not Axion, David is off.
Yeah.
I saw the Ferrari and thought it was Axion. No, it's David again. Oh, Possum Man spins just in front of Brandon.
This is the moment of race
Got a
where
nice
we...
little collection of cars off there.
Yeah, that's the
Patrick
moment
joins them.
of the race where everyone starts spinning.
Right, ooh, Patty's gone round again.
And again, not much to say at the moment. Apart from all those pins. So yeah. Aspect now retires from the session. Another safety car that is.
That is a
actually-
retire on track.
You know that actually is so helpful to most of the drivers who pit earlier, just a few laps ago. Monkey, Siberia, Now Bosman goes into the pits, and also Axion, who can freely pit without having to worry. As we'll now see if anyone else will go into the pits. Yeah, Max does. This will turn the tables massively now.
I don't know why Max would pit, because those hards would go to the end of the race.
Yeah. This is quite strange. Probably he thought that he wanted to be safer. Obviously, the document is coming to the pit because mediums were not going to make it. But the hards could possibly make it, even though they will be quite on the line. So probably he thought that they didn't want to risk it. Real Pixel though stays out. High Caliber does the same. Axion fits. Meanwhile, Max, Lewis, and Zakiman all on mediums. Will Axion go for the same set? Yes, he will. That's in a crit. Obviously stays out and didn't lose that much from the pit stop, I would say. And Mikkel could really, yeah, he's behind Zakiman. He is behind Zakiman. He's championship rival. That's not good for the Mercedes driver. Right now, if I'm not wrong, he's leading, but he has Zakiman in second. So Brandon is behind him on the same tire page. Bossman pit for a fresh set of mediums. No one else pits. So only drivers who pit: Max, Lewis, Zakiman, Axion, and Bossman. Obviously, there's the thing to say that the mediums will, the more you drive on them, the worse they get. So it will be up to the driver to manage them quite well. We'll have quite an easy chance, possibly on High Caliber and Real Pixel, to get past those two, but we'll see if they make it easy. Probably not. We're waiting for the pack to. Oh, Real Pixel then goes in and gets 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane.
Well, if he came in then and not a lap earlier, that's going to cost him a lot of track position.
Yeah. Well, that's what some drivers did earlier too. The Monkey also pits again, probably wing damage. 5 seconds for him as well. And also David now. What is going on in this race?
David retires.
Yeah, David pits to retire. Real Pixel for medium then. And Monkey did the same. Yes, he will, but that's for win. No, that's not even for win damage. May have had the wrong tire on then, I would assume. Anyway, so High Caliber then takes the lead, will restart this race once we get the rest of the pack lined up behind everyone else. Max then in second, obviously currently, unless High Caliber pulls a great restart, Max will take the lead, I would suppose. Then Lewis in P3, Asinacre in 4th, Zakiban in 5th, and between the two Mercedes, then Mikkel in 6th, Brandon in 7th, Axid in 8th, Siberia in 9th, Real Pixel in 10th, Postman in 11th, and Monkey Dibran in 12th. We have 4 drivers retired at the moment. That's David, Pated, Donkey Kong, and Dan Super. So I'm lowering the Twitch chat once again, so we can see if anyone else has any comments. Shall be reading. Looks like safety car could be a late call. No, it won't. It will be next lap then, as Monkey D. Brand catches the pack up now. So lap 18, that's when the safety car goes in. Now it's really a game of tyre wear here. So Caliber with the oldest tyres overall, and I think he's going to the end. He's gonna have to hold on for real. I'm gonna check something quickly. I don't remember if he's. Oh yeah, he's done a stop. Usually Max Lewis with the. Actually, it's Real Pixel and Monkey with the freshest tyre. Freshest tyre compound. Then follows Max Lewis, Zakiman, and Axion. We have Cessina Crete and Siberia on full lap old hards. Mikkel and Brandon on 5 lap old hards, and High Caliber on 11 lap old hards. Oh yeah, obviously possible with 3 lap old mediums. It'll be quite interesting to commentate, as we have 9 laps remaining, and then we'll head to tier 2.
And you'll get the fancy overlays if you stay around for tier 2 stream. So
we have a comment from Fishy Fingers saying High Caliber perhaps will not make it until the end, which could be true.
I think he will. There's only 8 laps to go. He's done about 4 laps under safety car.
Yeah, but he has to really hold on, because as I saw on Friday, the hards exploded at when a driver reached 17 laps with them. We will have to hold on really, otherwise we could see a Hamilton moment once again, just in the Formula 1 Alfa Romeo. Depends if he can extend the gap as he restarts this race and picks up the speed and restarts this race right now. Max is already on his tail. As they go through turn 1, Real Pixel gets the place on Siberia. Siberia gets pushed a bit off track there. Max then on the outside takes the place already at turn 2. So does Lewis as he tries to find a gap through the inside. So side by side through the outside. They get pushed a bit off track there. Make a bit of contact as well. High Caliber letting by the moment is turn of SN3 now as Brandon spins. That's not good for the AlphaTauri boys here. As High Caliber now getting pushed really badly from P1. Zakiman takes advantage to take that 3rd place of SN3 on fresh mediums. And High Caliber is currently holding on, but not for long, as Mikkel goes in for a move as well. And Maggots. And High Caliber now has some time to think what to do, because he has no DRS either for the moment. He has a fellow academy mate behind who's trying to hold Real Pixel. So he does have quite a some laps to think. But Skyfighter joins the chat. Hello once again. It's been a while since I've seen Skyfighter in the Twitch chat. As someone go pretty wide at turn 2. Couldn't figure out who it was. Missing the cream. Meanwhile, managed to catch up to Zakiman. If he stays below a second, he will have DRS at like lap 21. Tersman disconnects from the session. He was just spectating, so not a driver. Caliber now gets 3 seconds. Speaking about penalties, they will make quite a difference in the results. Even though
Yeah.
it's like only High Caliber and the bottom 5 have got a penalty. The rest,
Real Pixel very close to the back of Axion. Surely he can't go through into Magnus and Beckett's. No, he doesn't.
could try and make a move on the straight now, because doesn't have Yas yet. Monkey Brown gets 2 seconds once again for track limits. Doesn't want to use that much Yas though. Real Pixel, he tries to save it, and Maxim takes a bit of a tight line there. This is a beat, but not that much. Lewis with the fastest lap there, 1:30.226. Yes, now gets enabled now. Lap 21, out 26. 6 laps remaining. And plenty of action still to be commentated through. While having yeah, it's you typing Hearts Jamaica.
Hearts Jamaica.
That was
I mean-
quite a while ago.
Yeah, I was trying to read who he was. Well, yeah, they could, because there was a safety car, but we'll see.
Yeah,
Because it was
we'll
quite
see. I
short.
think they will, but
Like on Friday, I wouldn't
It'll be
think the
close.
Hearts would literally get a puncture, but they did. So we'll see what happens. The High Caliber will be quite an experiment. Even though it's,
Real Pixel really struggling to get a move on.
I have to say that on Friday there was no safety car whatsoever. Here there has been 2 safety cars, so perhaps tyre age is just something to be ignored, sort of. As in fact,
Oh, Monkey's gone for a move.
the tyre wear is 39% for High Caliber, so I guess he can make it for
Yeah.
sure. It's just, obviously, it was safety car, so the tyre wear is not as bad. So I guess at this point, it's right, it's true, Max could have just not pit. But I guess it's the latest to
I think it's
to-
a safe, but all hit. Carefully pass.
Cessna Cree is
That's in a
still
pre, is still
behind Zakiman, below a second him. Looks like he's quite far behind for now to make a move on the McLaren driver.
Towards the end of the race, the mediums will start to drop off. So potentially Zakaman and Mick, not Zakaman, potentially Nokri and Mick could catch up to Zakaman and maybe even Lewis as the tyres swing back towards the hards.
Well, yeah. Well, we have to say there is Lewis and Max are in the lead of the race, and they could play quite some tactics here. And Zach even
Real
being the
Pixel
only
going for a
one
move.
alone there, academy wise.
Real Pixel finally gets a move done on Axion. Still going side by side and gets ahead now finally.
He's trying to get the move again, and luckily he didn't spin due to that. Yeah,
Yeah, that was a lot of curb to take.
Yeah. Quite lucky, but still does have the eyes on him the next straight, and can use it once he crosses the ice activation zone. Lua gets dropped to P12, so getting overtaken by Brandon. Axin goes for the move now on the inside. Real Pixel breaks a bit later though, and keeps the place for the time being. Will Axin go for a move on the cops? No, he won't, because he's too far back for now. He lost a bit due to that, lost of traction. Two cops And then Max Beckers, and then another DRS straight to follow. Let's head up and then. It's quite close once again. Monkey now catches up and joins the party for P7.
Zackyman's caught Lewis.
Yeah,
Very quickly.
I was about to say the gaps are starting to close down at the front. Siberia spins, and also Monkey Bloody Brand spins. All of a sudden, loses it. I was worried
Very
he could.
strange place to lose it.
Yeah, I was worried he could just be like do a strike at turn 3 there. No, he lost. At least he's still in the points. Obviously, the tires won't like that spin.
Very much closing up for second place now. Zackyman only 4 attempts behind.
And Action spins it through Cops. But yeah, Zackyman closing in on second place. So he's Aston Nukri on third place. Obviously, if Zackyman starts to fight, Aston Nukri will consequently catch up. And as you said, the medium tyre on lap 24 are starting to show some signs of wear, even though it's the end of the race. It's about to be the end of the race. So, yeah, I guess they timed it right. There's still a few laps to go before we call it a day.
Yeah.
Anything can happen still. Put the power down. The penultimate time on this. First year straight.
Zackyman will ideally want to try and get past Lewis, because he doesn't have to deal with Notcree behind him, because Notcree's tyres will be better in the final lap or so. So ideally for Zackyman, he needs to try and get ahead so there's a car between him and Mercedes.
The fact is that it doesn't help the fact that they all have low ERS to play with. That's obviously trying to catch up.
Lewis actually has the most battery.
Yeah. And Max is just chilling there with 100% ERS.
Yeah.
Who would you say is a driver of the day for the time being?
I think possibly Lewis could be driver today, coming from last on the grid, currently in second. So, very strong recovery drive for him after missing the sprint. Ooh,
Yeah,
Zackyman got a big
definitely.
snap of oversteer there.
His teammate also, Lewis' teammate also in 10th right now, so they, AlphaTauri at least get 2 cars in the points for now. So we still have Action pretty close to Brandon in terms of penalties, gaps. And this is the last chance that Zackyman and Aston Free will have to overtake someone.
I don't think Notcree will be able to do it because he hasn't got any more battery, and they're both going to have the DRS.
He did set a bubble sector 1 though. He'll be trying to go for the fastest lap. But it will be quite hard.
Max has suddenly lost a lot of time. I wonder if he might be giving the DRS to Lewis to try and keep him ahead of Zackyman.
Ah.
Either that or something's gone severely wrong, because Max has lost about a second and a half within 3 corners.
Yeah, I think he's just giving.
But I think he wants to try and
Zackyman lost the eyes
make
on
a safe one.
Lewis. He's quite lucky that is the last lap, unless he makes any mistakes now. But he's getting that P3 nice and tidy. Max crosses the line to take P1, Lewis in P2, Zakiman in P3, Esidakri in P4, Mikkel comes home, I would say, in P5, Caliber in P6, Real Pixel in P7, Monkey D. Brand in P8, Brandon in P9, Axion in P10, Postman in P11, not too far away from the Ferrari, Siberia in P12. The win goes to Max after, I'd say, quite a good race. Lots of spins, but also quite some action to commentate. Siberia also gets 3 seconds of track limits. See, ends the race. And yeah, we're quite right on time for tier 2. That's your finishing result done. Let me check if they were all saved. Yep. So all good then. Thank you for joining us for tier 3. Don't leave the stream page yet, the channel page yet, because we will have tier 2 in about 10 minutes. So make sure to not miss that, as I'll be joining there, so there will be another episode commentating. So see you, I guess, for tier 2 in 10 minutes. So bye for now.